Hey guys, so today's video is actually little stories that have been happening on the internet lately. I feel like in between the Kanye Jeffrey stuff, I just have been missing a lot of stuff, so I can't keep up because every day people send me more stuff and I see more stuff on my For You page and on Twitter because I use a burner account because my Twitter's still deactivated in case you were looking for it. Actually, good news, my Instagram actually got reinstated, which is really good. It was disabled for me impersonating someone. Can't believe I was impersonating myself, like of all the people I could have picked. Me. But actually, if you guys don't know the story, it's pretty funny. I got in touch with Instagram support, which notoriously isn't like known for being great, and I sent in like a request form just basically saying like, this is what happened, what can I do to fix this? They asked me for like proof of ID, and then I got an email back basically saying you need to send us more proof of ID, hold the ID up to your face so we know that it's like you holding it instead of just someone taking a picture of your ID. But they sent me the email in French, so I Google translated it because I didn't want to waste time, so I Google translated it, and at the start of the email I said, hey guys, could we talk in English? I did put on the form that I'm from the UK, so the main language here is English, so I'd assumed that they would have sent me an email in English. Anyway, I replied in English and I sent in my ID. And they didn't respond for like 2 weeks. I was literally losing hope. I was like, oh, here's my backup account, you guys can follow it, yada yada yada. I then emailed them again and I say, hey guys, are there any updates? And within 10 minutes, they send me an email saying that my account has been reinstated, that it was actually disabled wrongfully, like falsely, and that there's nothing wrong with my account, and if I have any issues I should just let them know like later on. And the email was sent in German, so I had to Google translate it again. And then I had issues logging into my account for like 24 hours, and then I logged in and now I'm here. So you guys can follow my Instagram now. It's my main Instagram account. My TikTok, I've been loving it. It's one of my favorite platforms, like probably right after YouTube is my favorite platform. My puppy's Instagram. Here's Phoebe. So yeah, YouTube has been unsubscribing people. I'm getting a bunch of comments saying, oh my god, I didn't realize I was unsubscribed until I checked. So check if you're subscribed. If not, subscribe. Turn post notifications to all rather than personalized. And let's get into it. So, Laura Lee. You might know Laura Lee from the Dramageddon 1 that happened, where she was cancelled for some like racially ignorant / racist tweets. I actually don't know the scope of it. I wasn't on YouTube when all of that was happening, so I only saw 1 or 2 tweets, like the ones where she was heavily stereotyping black men. So obviously people were outraged, like people were so angry at that. But also I'm just wondering, like, why wouldn't she just clean up her Twitter when she started blowing up? When you're on 5 million subs, you're telling me you didn't have a PA or like a personal assistant, like a social media manager, an agent go through your Twitter and go, oh, that's bad. People are angry, and since then she's had a bit of like a redemption arc. So there are some people that still are very angry at her and are basically just like, why is everyone just forgiving her? If this was anyone else, they wouldn't be forgiven. And there are some people in the camp of like, she has changed, those tweets were ages ago, we should forgive and forget. Well, no, forgive and not forget. Forgive but not forget. Maybe that's the saying. So she is getting like stable views. She isn't growing in subs or losing subs necessarily anymore. She's just kind of like stable, consistently getting views, which I guess is like a pretty decent place to be after such a huge cancellation. That was a huge Dramageddon. Since then, she has like adopted her niece and just done a few things, but she has also spoken out about the brands that have done her wrong during Dramageddon 1. The thing is, some people think that when you go through a cancellation, mainly to do with racism, brands should distance themselves from you. Like that's what some people, you know, they kind of strive for. Like they'll reach out to the brands and say, this isn't okay for you to be supporting this person. A good example of that I'd say is Amanda Ensing with her very like pro-Trump posts. A lot of people have been reaching out to the brands that are still following her on Instagram and the brands that are kind of working with her to get those brands to stop supporting her. That is like a genuine thing people do, because I guess it shows like a clear message, like this is what the brands stand for, and if they follow someone that doesn't stand for those things, then they also do not stand for those things, whether you agree or not. Whole different situation. But she has spoken out about the brands that have done her wrong. I think both her and Manny have mentioned NARS, how NARS very quickly cut them off. But also, what's been really weird is Morphe cut off Laura Lee pretty much straight away. So she was selling Laura Lee Los Angeles in Morphe stores and Morphe like on the website. She had her own like little tab, so you could, I remember back in the day, like all the Morphe babes had their like little tag and you could click on it and it'd be like all their products and stuff. That quickly disappeared off the website, very quickly. That was gone within seconds. And since then, she has still promoted Morphe pretty heavily. Like before then, she was promoting them heavily. She got taken off the website and she was still promoting them pretty heavily. She was receiving PR from them, all of that stuff. And recently she did a declutter where in the first part, it was like part 1, part 2. And in the first part, she got to like her Morphe drawer and she started getting rid of a lot of Morphe stuff. And she started talking about kind of her background with the brand. She said, you know, it used to be a whole different set of employees, different people working for Morphe who she was like close with, friends with, which is why she had such a good relationship with them. And then since then, she says that there are just like a bunch of new people she doesn't know any of them, and that they simply just stopped putting effort into YouTubers and have definitely moved to TikTok. So she's basically saying, like, I'm pretty sure she said something like they're basically just chasing money. They go wherever the money is, and the money is in TikTok right now, and it's in TikTok stars. So like, as you can see, they did Morphe 2 with Charlie and Dixie. They're basically just like going that direction, which is why they still, I guess, enjoy James Charles, because James Charles has kind of reached that now like TikTok phase. I feel like he very easily adapts to new social media platforms, which is why he's been relevant for so long and why he's so uncancelable, because he genuinely just adapts to everything. It'll be like, oh, well, Instagram's popular, bam, Instagram. Now YouTube's popular, he's on YouTube. Now collabs are popular, collabs is what he does. TikTok's popular, he does TikTok dances. Like, he can so easily adapt, which is why people maybe like Laura Lee and Manny and Gabriel are kind of still stuck on YouTube, because they don't go with like the new trends. And not everyone wants to go with the new trends. Like, not everyone wants to be the person that's constantly chasing new trends, but James quite clearly does that and it works for him, which is why Morphe's still associated with him. And she basically just said like she doesn't really appreciate the way Morphe's been run anymore, and she's starting to get rid of a lot of her products from Morphe. And she said, you know, a lot of their stuff is like not in stock anymore, like they don't sell that stuff anymore. So she was like, what's the point of me keeping it if I'm not even going to show it on camera? And yeah, so that was pretty interesting. I find it kind of interesting how she's now distanced herself from Morphe, and Morphe was like a big part of her brand. Like, it was Laura and Morphe. They were in it together. Jacqueline and Morphe in it together. James Morphe, Manny Morphe. Like, there were a lot of scandals with how much they were all pushing Morphe. Like, their dedication to that brand was kind of, was like full on. Like, I remember watching whole drama videos about how much they were pushing that stuff. And for her to now go, I don't want it anymore, it quite clearly shows like a big change in the brand. Now, I think it was a video that she did with Manny recently where they both did videos on their separate channels. It was like basically just like answering quite like tea questions. And they spoke about how they both kind of don't like Nas. And I think Manny has mentioned Nas a few times. I think he said he was on a Nas brand trip when Dramageddon went down, and Nas very quickly distanced themselves from Manny and Laura. And they have since spoken about, and even in this video now that they filmed, they spoke about how Nas is one of their least favorite, if not the least favorite beauty brand. And I'm wondering what went down behind the scenes. Like, did they just completely cut them out? Did they like send a little like courtesy email just basically being like, hey, you guys aren't really great for the brand right now? Was it just like completely cut off? Like, you're not getting PR anymore move? I don't know. I thought it was pretty interesting. Like, Manny and Laura don't get themselves into drama, and they don't talk about drama a lot, but when they do, I'm like, this is interesting. On the topic of Manny MUA, Nikita Dragon recently released a setting spray and a loose setting powder, and he has tried out obviously both of them because him and Nikita are friends, but he didn't give them a raving review. Let's just start that. So he said that both of them are highly fragranced, like to the point where the setting spray is like unusable, that it's so fragranced. But there were weird particles in the setting spray. He didn't show them up close because that would have been really shady if he was like, there's your particles. But he said there was like something floating around. He still sprayed on his face, which I think is loyalty. But I think that could this be the next Jaclyn Hill lipstick gate? Setting spray gate. I don't even know where I could get Nikita Dragon's beauty line, even if I tried. I was like, I have no clue where she's selling that stuff for me to buy the setting spray. But also, like, do I want to commit like £30 to see if there's going to be particles in my setting spray? I just might. I don't know. But yeah, I thought that was pretty like crazy, and no one's really talking about it. But this could be the next lipstick gate. I just feel like maybe it's not a big deal because Jaclyn Hill actually can sell products. Like, Jaclyn Hill, whether she's losing subs, gaining subs, posting videos or not posting videos, if that woman releases a product, she is going to sell it out. When someone asks me like, what do these beauty gurus have a talent in? Like, what is their one thing? Jaclyn Hill, selling stuff. She could sell me a bin bag and make me wear it. That's how much I trust that lady. And she's been doing nothing but like lying to all of us. When it comes to every single one of her launches, it's just like, oh, gloves, fuzzy gloves. It's not my fault. It's Morphe. They didn't tell me. And somehow she can still sell me a bin bag. If she doesn't even have to try. She can just be like, yeah, I think maybe that's why Nikita Dragon's thing isn't like a big deal, because no one, is it shady for me to say that? Not many people like buy her products. So maybe it's like because it wasn't like a huge launch, there's not like many people talking about this. Because when the Jaclyn Hill stuff happened, like there was a lot of beauty gurus actually reviewing Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks, and that's kind of how this mess started, because they were like, oh my god, I'm reviewing Jaclyn Hill's lipsticks, oh my god, it's got a shard of glass. With Nikita Dragon, I haven't really seen many big videos of people reviewing her makeup, so Maybe that's why. That sounded more shady than I intended it to, but you know, sometimes you gotta say what you gotta say. Shane Dawson recently came back on his Instagram stories to promote his merch once again. He was like, guys, I'm releasing new merch. It just blows my mind. He doesn't post on YouTube or Twitter or anything like that. He's still losing subs, like actively losing subs, followers on everything. But then he'll just go on his Instagram story and be like, guys, I'm launching new merch. I wish I had that kind of confidence. Like, that is confidence. He's like, you're not getting any content from me. I am being cancelled still. And I will still sell you merch. Recently in a podcast, it was the Frenemies podcast, the awards show one where they were giving different YouTubers awards. That was an amazing episode of Frenemies, by the way. Just please give it a watch. It was my favourite podcast episode I've ever heard. It was so good. It was perfect. Like, no other awards show for YouTubers will compare. No other. They're all fake. It's all fake. This one, real. It was real stuff. I was like, oh, this is good. And Trisha slipped up a little bit. She was like, yeah, Shane's coming back. He's got something really big planned. And then she kind of like started saying another sentence and she looked and she went, oh. Like, she just went really quiet.
Shane, I think, for most brutal cancellation of 20. Well deserved.
Yeah, people want him back and he will be
back. Can we get a...
love him.
Shane could come back at any time. People would love him. Thank you, Ian.
He has a... No.
Shane...
So I'm assuming, because she's still friends with Shane Dawson, I'm assuming they do talk behind the scenes. He must have told her, like, this is my plan to come back. What do you think? I've got it all planned out. And she then slipped up on a podcast episode, even though she probably wasn't supposed to. And she's like, yeah, he's got something huge planned for 2021. So 2021, put it into your notepads. Put it into your journals, your calendars. 2021 is the year that Shane Dawson comes back and we get to experience that. That is a moment. Not like a good one. I'm not like supporting him coming back. I'm just saying that's like a moment, because every time there's like some kind of a Dramageddon, it's a moment in history for YouTube. Like, people are going to be talking about this in their history lessons in school. Dramageddon 1, 2, Sistergeddon. No, Dramageddon 1, 2, Sistergeddon. Breaking my silence? Are we on our fourth one or our third one? Third, right? I'm so lost with Dramageddons at this point. Like, what even constitutes a Dramageddon anymore? I don't know, but do you think they're going to always do it around the, like, April to September time? Like, it's always that period of time where everything kicks off. Like, it's always, like, either summer holidays, and they're all just, like, hanging out. Sistergeddon was, like, April, right? And then it dragged out ages. Are they going to do in that time frame again? I'm just going to write it into my calendar. I'm going to be like, watch out for a Shane Dawson comeback. Because when there's a Shane Dawson comeback, there's going to be drama. Like, I know for a fact it's going to be an avalanche following that comeback. Like, it's going to be crazy. I just want to sit and just observe. I wonder what he is actually going to come back with. Like, what is it going to be? Is it going to be, like I said, a documentary? Is it going to be like a long form video? Is it going to be a sit down video, like just straight into the camera? What would sway the audience? Is there anything that could sway the audience? Definitely. I think there are so many redemption arcs. I feel like some people will get swayed. I feel like some people don't even think he's guilty to begin with. Like, he still has a pretty loyal audience. There are some people in between that are going to be swayed, and there are some people that are just completely not going to be swayed. They're like, nope, nothing you say is going to change your minds. And, you know, you just have to decide what camp you're in. But he's definitely coming back 2021 because that's what Trisha Paytas said, and what Trisha Paytas says is true. Just like when she said she was quitting social media twice, and she didn't quit social media twice. So this is a TikTok that she posted where she was like, I'm quitting social media, and also I'm sorry to James Charles, Dixie D'Amelio, and Charlie D'Amelio.
Okay guys, I'm leaving the app for real. I'm leaving social media. It's a really toxic place, and I wish you all well. And I want to apologize to Charlie, Dixie, and James.
And then she posted like 5 TikToks after that, and then she quit social media again.
And it's comments like this is why I'm actually going to be quitting for real this time. I thought it'd just be fun to share some lunch and eat with you guys, because I know some people find that helpful. But I guess I'll just be done. Find me on YouTube. There'll be a new podcast out tomorrow. And goodbye, TikTok. Goodbye for now.
And then she started posting on social media again. We love to see it. We love to see it. The next one is, I was tagged in this, and I actually saw it on my For You page, and then the video blew up, and then I was being tagged in it. I was like, guys, I already saw it and I already saved it, and I'm already planning to talk about it. Thank you very much. Austin McBroom was caught cheating on Catherine once again. Like, pre-COVID clubbing with like barely adults. Like, they're like 19 or something like that. And he's a grown man with kids and a wife of sort. And wife, I think, fiance. I think they said they had like gotten married, they just didn't have a wedding. In like a recent video, there was a video that girl posted that was like, look in the background and just see if you can see someone, and everyone was like, that's Austin McBroom. And then she posted like an actual video of him sitting with them and was like, my friend declined his advances. We can't really guarantee that that's what happened, but knowing Austin's track record, like, why was he out clubbing with some random girls when his wife's at home? If there was no intention there, you know? I don't know, I'm just saying. I don't know what's in his head. The Ace family was also called out for not social distancing. So when I watched their, like, it was like a, why we're quitting social media. Like, it was like a very clickbaity title about how they're like leaving YouTube, but they're not. They were doing like a Q&A about how hard it is to be multimillionaires. I do understand that they can have mental health issues. I'm not like minimizing that. However, when you are a multi-millionaire, you can just quit. They could retire tomorrow and still have a huge mansion and millions of dollars in their bank accounts. So at that point, I'm just like, if it bothers you so much. And they basically just said that they were super stressed out, that they're hoping that they can still go somewhere and show it to their audience. And they went to Mexico from LA. LA, the epicenter of the virus. They just went to Mexico. All the staff in the house were wearing masks and they were just walking around without a mask. It was great. It was really fun to watch. Another thing, when the TikTokers went to the Bahamas, like Noah, Dixie, Charlie, Chase, not really sure, Maddie. There was like a Maddie girl there, and then a few probably other people. They came back and Noah was walking around LA and Hollywood Fix found him and chased him down the street and were like, you know, like they always do. And they asked him about the like hate that he was receiving over the holiday. And he basically said that as influencers with very difficult, low-paid jobs, they sometimes need to take a break and that they deserved the holiday. So they went on holiday. I love the confidence. I love the confidence. He could have sat there and said, we made a mistake. Honestly, it was a lapse of judgment. We just like we planned the holiday. We couldn't get our refunds. We just went and it was like such a lapse of judgment for us. Like, we're so sorry. Guys, we are influencers. This is a stressful job and we needed to go on holiday. Yeah, this is a stressful job sometimes. And you know what you can do? Watch a Netflix movie. Play on your Switch. Do a face mask. All in the comfort of your own room. You know what you don't have to do? Go to the Bahamas. That's my tea for today. If you guys enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below anything you want to comment down below, and subscribe to Apple's videos every time something happens. So hit that bell, you'll be notified when that's happening. Social media links, any of the links in the description. I'll see you in my next one. Bye guys.